Now we are going to read fourth chapter of the book How to Think Bigger, Aim Higher, Get More Motivated, and Accomplish Big Things, written by Meadows, Martin. Chapter 4, Competitiveness and Collaboration Drive Ambition. Humans have a competitive nature that you can use to your benefit to think bigger. However, there are two types of competitiveness. The first is positive and productive, which motivates you to strive for more, but not at the expense of others. The second is hyper-competitiveness, which is a winning isn't everything, it's the only thing type of thinking. Healthy competitiveness, or rather, the effects of competition, which we will discuss in a second, can inspire you to start working on your objectives, help you set bigger goals, and achieve more than you believe you can. Sounds interesting in theory, but how does it affect your real-world performance and how can you use it to motivate yourself? Let's dig deeper. It's not competition in itself that improves your performance. A meta-analysis on competition and performance showed that there was no relation between competing and results. However, when scientists dug deeper and conducted an additional meta-analysis and 3 new empirical studies, they found there are 2 effects at work that cancel each other. The first effect is when you are playing to win. This attitude improves your performance. The second effect is when you are playing not to lose, it leads to decreased performance. In their book Top Dog, The Science of Winning and Losing, Ashley Merriman and P.O. Bronson show how this effect works in the real world. When professional soccer players were making penalty shots to save their team from losing, they succeeded 62% of the time. When they were making the shots to make their team win, they succeeded 92% of the time. Consequently, the key to successfully using competitiveness to achieve more is to focus on winning and not just trying not to be left behind. When you look at some of the most successful people on the planet, like Richard Branson or Jeff Bezos, it's clear to see that all of them have the mentality of a winner. Richard Branson always mentions that he never enters an industry unless his company can make a huge difference. In his own words, Virgin only enters an industry when we think we can offer consumers something strikingly different that will disrupt the market. Note the use of the word disrupt. He is not after merely keeping up with the competition. He wants to transform the entire industry. His often praised Virgin Atlantic Airlines are the perfect example of playing to win. Jeff Bezos built Amazon to such a huge company because he focused on making it customer-centric. And as he said, if you are competitor-focused, you must wait until there is a competitor doing something. Being customer-focused allows you to be more pioneering. Yet again, it's a perfect example of playing to win. By putting focus on your customer, you constantly raise your standards and innovate instead of merely following the competition, so you don't lose. Playing not to lose is usually characterized by following the trends and playing it safe, while playing to win is about innovation and taking risks. When setting your own goals, do you play to win or play not to lose? If it's the latter, find a way to transform it in the former. Collaborate when possible. Studies show that collaboration significantly boosts achievement, motivation, productivity, and the ability to handle challenges. If you struggle with getting enough motivation to start working on a big goal, consider looking for other people who might share your ambitions. It will inspire you to act as well as increase your chances of success. If you are working on a business, a local co-working space can be a good place to find potential partners or a whole team of people dedicated to achieving the same big goal. Even if it's just a short conversation by the coffee machine, it can be enough to defeat procrastination. Richard Branson stresses that no big business-related ideas can succeed without the right team. In his own words, I learned that the most successful entrepreneurs are those who find people who are at least as good as or better than they are at running their businesses. People and the effect they have on each other are the core of the Virgin brand, and that's one of the reasons why the various Virgin companies are so successful. If you want to transform your body, consider finding a workout buddies. Due to the Kohler effect, we try harder when we are a part of the group and don't want to be the weakest link. Studies show that working out with a partner increases performance across multiple sessions. In other words, your chances of reaching a big fitness goal are much higher if you complete each workout with a person who exercises with you. This effect will also work in other areas of your life. Whenever you can surround yourself with a group of people who will keep you accountable, you will be much more likely to achieve better results and stick to your goals. Think bigger by surrounding yourself with the right people. Social modeling is a fundamental concept of social learning theory that shows how people learn and adapt new behaviors by observation only. I already briefly mentioned this topic in the first chapter. Studies show that we learn from people we observe directly, from instructions given by these people, and by means of media. It's possible to create social change with soap operas because people model the characters they see on the screen. You would say it's such a small influence it shouldn't have any effect on you, yet it works, even if you are not aware of it. Watching violent television, movies, listening to violent music, and playing violent video games increases aggression. Again, sounds like an innocent way to entertain yourself, while in fact it messes up your brain. In one study, children watching adults behaving aggressively toward a doll were more likely to be aggressive, while children watching adults behaving kindly toward a doll were more likely to be kind, too. Adults aren't that different from kids. Surround yourself with aggressive people, and you'll be aggressive, too. We acquire both empowering and negative beliefs, behaviors, and opinions of people around us, including those we only see in television, movies, or read about in books. The famous quote by Jim Rohn, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with," turns out to be true. If you want to get more driven and strive for more achievement in your life, surround yourself with highly passionate and ambitious individuals. According to the social learning theory, you can do it in 3 ways. 1. Live model, watching a person demonstrate a behavior. This means spending time in environments where you can naturally watch other people achieve success. For instance, if you want to become a world-class golf player, you'd find golf courses where you can watch most successful players play. 2. Verbal instruction, listening to an individual describing how to do something. This means making friends with successful, driven people, attending seminars, and or finding a mentor or a coach. 3. Symbolic by watching movies, television, browsing the internet, reading, and listening to podcasts. There are endless sources of materials for success-oriented people. My first recommendation is books. I also like to find a quiet place somewhere outside and listen to audio interviews with successful people. Eliminate the negative influence. Studies show that bad is stronger than good. We are wired to focus more on the negative information than the positive. Consequently, the negative influence of other people and demotivating media does more harm to your motivation than surrounding yourself with successful individuals. We already established in the first chapter that mass media thrives on doom and gloom and isn't conducive to your success. Watching less news, or ideally, not watching it at all, will reduce your anxiety levels and change your worldview. In the world of mass media, only bad things happen in the world. Why strive for more if the world is such a bad place? It's just one of many limiting beliefs mass media puts in your brain. Whiners and bitter people who might be your colleagues, friends, or family members are another source of negative energy that can affect your mindset. How are you supposed to work with burning motivation on the big things if your relatives or friends constantly poke fun at your ambitious goals? If there is one thing that is shared by every successful person, it is that they all hang out with other successful people. For a good reason, once you start thinking big, people who haven't grown with you won't be able to relate to you. It's a price you need to pay for achievement. Some relationships will weaken while some will end. Competitiveness and collaboration drive ambition. Quick recap 1. Playing to win improves your performance, while playing not to lose affects it negatively. Competition can help you grow as a person only if you concentrate on being the best and not just catching up to others. 2. Collaboration leads to improved motivation and performance. Whenever possible, find other people who share your big ambitions and work with them. 3. Surround yourself with the right ambitious and driven people. We learn by observation, and the behaviors and beliefs you'll observe in these people will directly affect yours. 4. Everything that surrounds you can have an influence on you. Just like you wouldn't like to spend time around a smoker if you don't smoke. So you shouldn't spend time with people who spread a negative aura around them, as it will poison your well-being just like cigarette smoke. 5. Humans focus more on the bad than the good. Pay special attention to avoiding the negative input coming from others and from mass media. We generally underestimate how detrimental these things can be to our mental health. Thank you for listening. Please like, share, and subscribe our channel. Have a nice day.